Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for participating on the session on effectively monetizing with daily deals. So we definitely have a great panel here today. I know we're obviously up against the meat market and the Denver game, so for entertainment, if Denver scores, Peter will be doing the Tebow on stage. So you have that to look forward to throughout the event. So great. Well,
get ready.
Quick introduction for myself. So I'm Scott Ginsberg. I'm Director of Publisher Development for Commission Junction. So I oversee all the affiliate activity. So I was excited to participate today. As about a year ago, we have a bunch of affiliates that were looking at the daily deal space, and with all the different threats, they were definitely seeing it as a big threat and something that they had to worry about. So it's great to fast forward a year and just see all the successes. And this one affiliate specifically is now doing 6 figures. So it's definitely been something where we've really seen it evolve. So excited for that and really to see what comes. So to set the stage for today, what we're going to do is have our panelists all do a quick introduction, probably about a few minutes, just giving some stats and some information on how they see the space. And then I have some questions, but definitely encourage, whether it's through texting or tweeting or through live questions, we definitely want it to be as engaging and make sure that we're answering all your questions as possible. So with that, I'll flip it over to Peter.
All right. Well, I think I might be the oddball on the panel a little bit because we don't actually have traffic and we don't actually have offers, but we're HasOffers. And what we do is we track affiliate programs. We have lots of daily deal sites that use us for tracking their own affiliate programs, in-house programs. And so that's how we got familiar with the space. So I thought I would just kind of be the person to talk some stats and kind of where things are going and kind of show what daily deals are doing for affiliate marketing. So I'll just hop in a couple of quick stats that I pulled from some survey results. Some of you might be familiar with these, but 31% of deal buyers said they are new customers. So like that's actual customer acquisition happening through daily deals. 27% of deal buyers said they were swayed by the discount to return to that establishment again. So that's like a retention metric that's happening from these daily deal sites. So that was from the 4C results survey. And then, the big names out there that you guys all know of, Groupon, Living Social, Restaurant.com. It looks like Groupon is responsible for about 56%, and I might be corrected on that later. And Living Social at 46%, Restaurant. Sorry.
It's more than 100%.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, okay. No, so that's broken up. Wrong. I'm sorry. 67% of daily deal buyers for restaurants said they returned to the restaurant. I'm sorry. Okay, let's just start over.
I'm Scott Ginsberg. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll do the Tebow dance now. Okay. What I'm trying to say here is that daily deal sites have become a huge part of customer acquisition for all kinds of advertisers, and especially the hyper-local advertisers. So why does it work so well for affiliate marketing? I would say it's because daily deals are a lot like an affiliate network, really. An affiliate network is basically, a entity that has connections to advertisers and then plugs that into traffic sources. And it just so happens that these daily deal sites also then pass it on to more affiliates. So it's an incredible model. About a year ago, we saw a huge explosion in daily deal sites. You probably saw them just popping up everywhere, every kind of niche that you can imagine. We really saw that come with HasOffers. We had new daily deal sites signing up for us to create their own affiliate programs every single week. And then we saw that sort of start to taper as the year progressed, and people started to sort of consolidate some of these sites. Some of the niche sites started becoming, one big site. And then we also saw the volumes increasing on these affiliate networks, while the number of the actual affiliate networks for daily deal sites actually going down. Some of the affiliate networks some of the daily deal sites that use us are Saveology, Tipper, Deal Nation, Buy With Me, Living Social, and then hundreds of others, like some of my favorites are Deals for Mums and Buy Texas Deals. Those are some pretty awesome ones. And these daily deal sites sort of come at affiliate marketing from a couple of different directions. One, they might create their own affiliate program where they like to connect directly to affiliates, or they will work with affiliate networks that already have access to affiliates. In the case of Groupon working with Commission Junction, you'll probably hear more about that relationship. But for the example of Living Social, they actually use HasOffers to connect directly to their affiliates because they specifically wanted to connect to like mommy bloggers and these really niche types of sites. And the way that they pay out is also really different. You have some that are paying out for actual email subscriptions, and you have some that are paying out for a percentage of sale. And there's a whole kind of a gamut of different ways to orient that. For example, one is to, set the cookie on a click and only not pay out for the lead, but actually pay out if a sale occurs. Sometimes that cookie lifespan is 30 days with some daily deal sites, and then with others it's only 1 day. So when you're looking at all these different deal sites and matching it up with your traffic, you've really got to figure out, are these going to be the right sites for me to monetize the kinds of users that I have? And obviously you're going to need to know your audiences to do that. On HasOffers, we've seen, we looked at like conversion rates and time to conversion, that sort of thing. On average with the daily deal sites as a conglomerate that we're tracking, conversion rates vary between 5 and 12%, so it's pretty similar to lots of other lead gen style offers out there. And the time, the session between click and conversion is 90% of the time less than 30 minutes. So most of the time the user intent's pretty high. If someone's clicking on a deal ad, they're going to be moving forward. They've already kind of made a decision that this is something they're really interested in. The target audience is really anyone. According to a study at Rice University, the demographics of daily deals users really pretty much matches up with the U.S. population. So about 2/3 of those respondents came from households that earn less than $75,000 per year. 20% earned more than $100,000 per year, with all the remaining in the middle. So it's just like kind of an open market. And what's great about it is that every single niche has its focus. Everyone wants a discount, right? And it doesn't matter what you're interested in. It's something that you can sell. One of the biggest things that is coming up on the horizon with daily deals is mobile. And that's the buzzword that's just happening this year. How many of you are using Groupon now? Anybody? Yeah. Okay, so if an affiliate were to send you to Groupon now, and you were to install the app and then make a purchase, you can see how Groupon would want to be able to reward that affiliate for sending that kind of mobile traffic their way. Until recently, it was actually really difficult to track mobile app installs back to click, and some new technologies have come up in the last 6 months. HasOffers created one, of course, mobileapptracking.com, that allows you to actually track installs and in-app engagements back to a click source. So you're going to see that happening big time in daily deals, and as well as connecting those in-app signups to signups that persist onto the desktop applications. So once a user signs up in the mobile app, they've got a user ID, and then they log in on the web. We can connect all of this stuff together. All the purchases that this person makes, for the next 30 days or so, can be attributed back to that affiliate. So that's gonna be a really growing space, and I think that goes beyond the hyper local thing that is so incredible about daily deals, and goes to the buying power being now, a deal that's happening now, what I need in my pocket, wherever it is I'm going. So yeah, we're excited about it. We're excited about all these new sites coming on board, and the potential for small-time advertisers to really start participating in CPA. Because previous to this, restaurateurs didn't really have an outlet to start paying for, just new users and paying for new customers to come in the door. So yeah, that's it for me.
Do you mind if I come up there?
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks. Just realized how hot we got to be. So Peter kind of discussed the direction of the affiliate industry, and I'm here to kind of show how Groupon has adapted its creative to make sure that our affiliates get the most out of their daily deals. The stuff that I'm showing here is, I'm sure, is similar across most daily deal sites. Obviously, I'm most familiar with what we offer on Groupon. So when you took a look at affiliate marketing, you saw how it evolved from text links to banner ads and then to contextual type advertising. A Groupon, I think, gives you the ability to go one step further. So not only can you merchandise your content based on the context of what you're writing about, but now you can actually do it at the hyper-local level. And so these are some creative that we actually developed for affiliates to use. All you need to do is take a piece of JavaScript, plug it on your page, and it's going to automatically display whatever deal is most relevant to your reader. There's lots of variations on this where you can actually take our API, narrow it down by category, kind of slice and dice the data however you want. But what it gives you is just basically access to inventory and an easy way to be able to hit the local level. We've also recently started developing, Groupon has started also focusing on the travel industry with Groupon Getaways. We partnered with Expedia to offer travel inventory. That's going to have a broader audience because no matter where you're based, you're going to, you might be interested in a travel deal, especially one that's discounted pretty severely. We've also done widgets that surround events. So recently for the holidays, we started doing product-related Groupons, which is also beneficial to affiliates regardless of where your audience is coming from. So these are also other widgets that we developed that kind of auto-merchandise for you as well. This kind of shows you how it gets built. We would like to view ourselves as a source, as an inventory for you to be able to pull deals from and merchandise however you see fit. So the tool that we created actually enables you to select your size, select your color, pretty much customize it so that it fits into the look and feel of your site. And as I mentioned before, all of this is powered by our API. So if you haven't worked with these before, basically an API is, let's say, a dynamic database of every single deal that we have running on our site at any given time. If you have development resources, you're able to call that API and say, hey, show me, just tell me what deals are in Chicago, or just tell me what deals are in the restaurant category. And our API will actually respond with that data. So it's been a really great way for our affiliates to easily add like hyper-local content into their site. There's a lot of ways that you can spin it. So if you have a site that's focused specifically on a city, you can pull in deals related to a city. If you have a site that's focused specifically on, let's say, the best massages that you could possibly get in Las Vegas, you can actually filter that API by category. So there's a lot of different ways you can filter it. Peter also mentioned Groupon Now, and if you're not familiar with that, what it is as you walk around Las Vegas, or let's say that you're actually in Las Vegas right now and you're looking for a deal, you're not really sure what you want to do, you could use some suggestions. All you need to do is you go to Groupon Now and we'll show you deals that are immediately available for the next, let's say, 6 hours right in your immediate vicinity. So that's actually a separate API that we've created because it's a shorter term deal. We've seen conversion on that increase dramatically, and so if any of you guys are interested in working with that, specifically if you're a mobile publisher, it's pretty phenomenal. We actually give you the inventory to create your own application. So maybe if you want to create an application that shows restaurants that have deals within your immediate vicinity, you know, that's not necessarily something that you just pull from Groupon. That might be a daily deal that you can pull from any other site out there and just aggregate that, and it's a really interesting approach. So here's a sample integration of one of the affiliates that we work with that's using our API. As you can see, I mean, everything here is just pulled from our API. The copy, up to 51% off of dinner, that's our deal headline. The image is pulled from our API. The copy is pulled from our API. The time remaining, everything here is actually pulled from our API. It dynamically updates, so once they integrated it, they don't have to do a thing. The other thing that we created that I think is really beneficial to any affiliate program is the affiliate knows what deal is going to work best with their audience. So we wanted to be able to create a way for our affiliates that as soon as they saw a deal, they could create a tracking link on the fly without having to log in as CJ, without having to do any fancy Excel, without having to type something out. So what we did is we created this affiliate link generator. So anytime an affiliate is on the Groupon site and they happen to see a deal that they want to promote, they just bring up this tool, click a button, immediately their tracking link is spit out. And the other really great thing about this is that we incorporated social media into this, so Facebook and Twitter. So if they saw something that was good for their Twitter audience, they could immediately just click the Twitter button and your dialogue would pop up that enables you to update your status. The other thing that we have created are dynamic banners. So whenever we run a really big deal, we have banners that typically display generic Groupon branding. But whenever a large deal is run, we will actually update that branding so that you're showing whatever is has the most ROI for you. And then also, as Peter alluded to before, we actually have mobile tracking to touch.groupon.com, so any purchase that occurs on our mobile site is credited to you as well. We work with a 30-day cookie, both online and on mobile, so it's actually it's a lot of fun to work with. So.
Hi everyone. First of all, I want to say it's a great honor to be here today. It's very nice to see that the turnout is getting bigger and bigger from one summit to the next. My name is Rafael Zelik, and I'm the co-founder of affiliaXe.com. And affiliaXe is an online performance marketing company located in Tel Aviv, Israel. By the way, Tel Aviv is one of the best places to be at if you are an online entrepreneur. Many international web companies started in Tel Aviv, such as Babylon, AAA.com, ICQ, and many others. Add to that a community which encourages new projects, new ideas, and sharing information, and you have the ideal environment to launch your own online business. I like to see myself as an online entrepreneur. I opened my first company during the first year of college and sold it a couple of years later. Later on, I worked as a marketing manager on one of the leading web companies in Israel, but I always felt something was missing, and I'm sure that all of the affiliates out there know exactly what I'm talking about. The passion to go to a new online venture. A year and a half later, I co-founded affiliaXe.com with leading figures from the online marketing industry in Israel, combining a range of knowledge and experience in different marketing fields, including SEO, PPC, social media marketing, media buying. But today we're here to discuss about daily deals. One of the major niches that help us boost our company was daily deals. And believe me, we had plenty sleepless nights where we researched and tested multiple offers from different niches, some with heavy competition and some with less. And oh yeah, a couple of really bizarre ones. But that's a different story. We spent thousands of dollars and endless hours testing and trying to find solid niche that would fit a wide range of target audience. This way, we could promote the offer on multiple media channels and reach a large conversion volume in no time. During the past year, we've been promoting daily deals offers, especially Groupon, via display, all over the world, from Brazil and Argentina to most of the European countries and even to Japan and South Korea, on both CPL and rev share models. Many say that this niche is saturated and that competition is too high. Some even say that it will disappear the same speed it entered into our life. I'm here to say this. Guys, this niche is one of the best niches in the market with high conversion rates, wide range of target audience, and many effective media channels. Most of all, daily deals is reinventing itself on a daily basis, spreading into more and more fields such as tourism and electronics and many others. So to all of your affiliates out there, if you are not doing daily deals, it's time to get started.
Perfect. Thank you everyone for the introductions. I think the first question that we had was just with a lot of new affiliates sort of wondering, did the tide already come, or is there still an opportunity? What advice would you give someone debating or sort of new to working with daily deals?
Go for it.
Okay, daily deals. It's one size fits all. It's good for all target audience, as you can see. My tips for starting with daily deals: finding your revenue per mil if you're doing this display, RPM. You know how much you pay for CPM, you need to know how much you make for each CPM that you buy on every spot, every banner. You need to trial and error on every spot and get a decision very fast. I'm using tracking software from HasOffers It's helped me to get the decision quickly. On every website I advertise daily deals on every landing page that I want to test, and I can do split test and get a decision very fast. Other thing that I want to give to affiliates, CTR. Daily deals banners don't exactly scream, click me. Still, everyone is signing to the Groupon and the Living Social websites, so there is a high conversion rate, but the CTR is very low. I recommend to every affiliate, make your own banners. Test every banners, do several tests, design your own banners. This is the only way to make more money. Never stop testing.
Yeah, I would say for if you're just getting started, you need to test a few different daily deal sites. I wouldn't just hop on one. Though obviously the bigger guys are going to have more advertisers. They're going to have tons and tons of niches to work with. So once you've nailed down, your top 5 or so, and you've tested those out, then you can start getting even more granular within the daily deal site that you are working with. And then, of course, figuring out what your margin needs to be. If you are doing a media buy, obviously you need to be pretty careful about that. And yeah, I think the people that are running these daily deals affiliate programs are really savvy, really smart people that want to work with affiliates, and yeah, and they will help you out. So spend time talking to them. It's a little bit different than just signing up for an affiliate network and searching through offers. When you're working directly with the daily deals site, they really are there to help you. I mean, it's almost like they are a network model as well, like I said. And the more volume that pumps through, the more everyone wins. So they really have a vested interest to work closely with you.
I think my advice is super easy. If you're new to the daily deals space, then just come chat with me.
Done.
That works.
I think there's a question over there.
Over the last year, as these guys are trying to grab traffic and users, how are you seeing the payout models either change in terms of, I think Groupon when it first started was just 15% across the board, and it sort of drifted down?
Sure. Well, one of the most popular ways that daily deal sites were paying out at the beginning was for email subscription. They would just pay like a CPL basis, and that price has varied from 50 cents up to $4 for a CPL. Right now, it seems like it's sitting more around the $1.50 to $2.50 CPL range. But as some of these really big players have kind of, I don't want to say saturated the market, but everyone knows who Groupon is. And so it's less valuable for them to just be getting new email subscriptions, and more valuable for those revenue numbers to be pushed up. So you're seeing more rev share models that are happening. And you're also seeing more inventive rev shares happening. Some of them, like I said, there would be like only a single day for the cookie session to last, so a purchase has to happen within that single day or within a single week. And then others like Groupon, like she said, they have a 30-day cookie that not only means that you get paid for a sale event that happens within that 30 days, but you get paid for multiple sale events that happen within that 30 days, which is pretty incredible. The percentage-wise, we've also seen it fluctuating a lot across all these different sites. We see everything from 10, 15% all the way up to 30%. So a lot of times it does matter. Like some of the ones that are able to give you those really high percentages are pretty niche, and so they have just really high margin advertisers that they're working with. But yeah, over time you're definitely seeing all of these bigger daily deal sites really focus on cost per sale.
Yeah, in terms of Groupon specifically, so currently we pay out anywhere between 2 and 15%, and the percentage is going to be based on whether or not it's a new or existing customer and on their overall sales volume. But what we realized was, well, that from our point of view isn't really helping affiliates drive traffic to where they want to, where we would like them to. as the daily deals industry grows, it becomes more competitive for us to secure those really good deals, and so you can see a fluctuation in our margins themselves. So what we're moving towards, and it's probably going to happen by the end of January, is our commission structure is going to change from being based just on sales volume. We're going to get rid of sales volume, and instead we're going to pay out based on product category, so that categories that have higher margins, such as restaurants and spa services and such, we're going to be able to pay out much higher than on other deals that simply don't have as much margin, like technology. And in that sense, I think we're really empowering the affiliate to decide and choose what niche they want to promote on their own.
I'm really excited to see how the payouts change over the next 6 months on mobile, because the value of having someone install an app versus just subscribe with their email address obviously is not going to be equal. And the cool thing about these apps too is you get those push notifications that tell you, oh yeah, hey, there's something going on, and it's not just flooded into your email box, but it's showing up on your device right there in front of your face. So the value of that, I think, is going to continue to go up, and I think you're going to see those payouts start to really rise.
I think actually I'm going to tag right on to that, because what I think is really interesting is a lot of people are going to focus on the Groupon app itself. Which I think is great, because I think an existing Groupon user is going to open their Groupon app whenever and check something. But what's really interesting to me is the developer or the mobile affiliate who creates their own app that addresses something completely different, that targets maybe the business traveler who is in the area looking for things to do. Are they hungry? Are they looking for some pampering? Those are the opportunities in mobile that I really look forward to seeing.
I actually do local lead gen, and I actually tried to sign up for Groupon through CJ, and I got rejected. So I just want to know, what does Groupon specifically look for when you're trying to work with an affiliate? And then second is, for everyone, is maybe besides Groupon, what other daily deal sites do you recommend? Do you recommend working with like big ones like Living Social?
I'm going to leave that one up for you.
Okay, first of all about the requirement for Groupon.
He wants to know what Groupon looks for in affiliates, and then he also wants to know what other deal sites that are highly recommended.
Yeah, understand. Okay. I think that the big sites like Groupon, Living Social have better branding, and it's always better to promote something with better branding because it have a high conversion rate, a higher CTR, more sales if you are working on revenue share. People buy with confidence. So I recommend go on the big sites. Unless you're going to promote something like a specific niche of daily deals, maybe take a small one that's dedicated to this niche specifically.
That's actually a really interesting question, because I don't think they're necessarily competitive, right? If Living Social is running a deal, that doesn't mean that Groupon is running the same exact deal. We have two completely different sets of inventory. So technically, you could pull inventory from all those sites. Groupon, we've chosen, Groupon and Living Social have both chosen not to work with aggregators. So maybe if your application came through and it said that you were an aggregator, it might have gotten rejected. But we're open to working with affiliates. So if I'd say just shoot us an email, and we can just work with you personally to make sure that you get in. It's really Scott's fault, though.
Exactly. We'll find you after the show.
Blame CJ.
It's not mine.
All right. Perfect. Kind of coupling with that last question, I think one of the, with the hyper growth that we've seen in the daily deal space over the last year, we touched a little bit on margin, but what else do you guys see really as big changes coming up in the next year? Like, how do you see it evolving?
Okay, I will start. I think that big companies like Groupon, Living Social, and more companies will spread into more fields like jewelries, fashion, and more specific way, maybe even to higher priced products. I think new players will get into this field, but small players that dedicated to, like I said before, specific niches of daily deals, only that specific niche, and stay there, not go to restaurant and stuff like that. And I believe also there will be developed, I know it's developing now, a second market for deals that people didn't use them and bought them already and want to get paid for that or to change it to another deal.
I think what's really interesting to me, not just in terms of daily deals, but I think in terms of e-commerce as a whole, is moving away from demographic data and moving more towards absolutely personalized advertising. So when Groupon sends out an email to its member base, we're actually delivering deals based on that customer's prior purchase history, based on their location, based on where they might be traveling to, any kind of information that we might have. What's interesting to me is that you as affiliates, well, we have access to transaction data. There's a lot more insight that you all have into your own audiences that we might not be able to tap into. So I think the value of the affiliate program for Groupon is that you're going to be able to extend our brand and merchandise our brand to hit audiences that we might not be able to, and actually individuals. If you can imagine, instead of showing a banner that's triggered by the context on your page and that's triggered by the consumer's geographic location, if you can actually show a deal that is specifically relevant to that user based on their prior purchase history or based on anything else, so it's personalized to the individual as opposed to what we think is going on. I mean, that's where I think the future of marketing is trending towards.
I totally agree with that, and what I would add to it is say that that what Daily Deals has done for us is shown us that it's important to track all of this, and shown so many small businesses that it's important to know ROI. You know, when the Daily Deal site thing first hit the scene, a lot of these smaller businesses felt like they lost their shirt because they didn't really figure out what their margins really needed to be in order to make this a profitable experience. And it forced a lot of people to really take a hard look at their numbers and to think about, how can I track the actual ROI of this promotion that I'm doing, and then that's transferring into other marketing efforts that they have. So I think it's really causing the CPA world that has kind of stayed a little bit below the surface at affiliate summits and things like this, to really go mass audience, and to touch advertisers everywhere. So.
Thanks. I think the last question I had, and we want to open it up to the audience, is, and I think it's someone texted as well, is, what do you look for in an affiliate? So when you're looking, or through the network, or through, what exactly do you look for in an affiliate? What sort of site? What sort of audience? Maybe Caroline, if you want to kick that on.
Sure. Idea and excitement. The Daily Deal marketplace has really opened up online commerce and mobile commerce to a whole new slew of ideas that can happen just based on geographic location. I mean, this is stuff that we were never able to do before. Now we have an inventory of deals that you can market towards, any hyperlocal, and to where an individual is at any given moment. I mean, a lot of affiliates have the amount of new ideas that I have seen come in has been fascinating, and they don't all pan out. But the good affiliates, I think, are still willing to try and test something else. Then, we'll work with them to come up with something that's feasible in the long run.
And I think from talking to Caroline, I think that Groupon's a little bit more open in that way, really looking for new and innovative ideas. Some of the Daily Deal sites are really, really specific about what they're looking for. Like Living Social, for example, they really, really are looking for mommy bloggers, literally. And they want lots of them, thousands and thousands. And they're not going to find those usually at an affiliate network. So that's why they're seeking them out themselves, and they have their own marketing department that's trying to find that niche of people. And the same thing is true for Travel Zoo, right? They're working with they're an affiliate for some of the other big travel sites, and they're also looking for affiliates that are really specific to the travel space. So some of it, and I think that most of them are also definitely wanting everything to be above board. So the black hat stuff is not gonna fly usually, because now you're not just involving a Daily Deal site, or the actual entity that's serving the ad, but some advertiser somewhere their brand is being tarnished because of some black hat tactic that's happening from an affiliate. So they're really hypersensitive to that. So they're looking for transparency. They want to know exactly what sites that you're going to be displaying this on, exactly what your strategies are, what your methods are, and just be straightforward. There's no reason to hide any of that, hopefully. And yeah, I think that's what we're looking for.
Perfect. So another question from the audience might be more for Rafael, if you want to kick this off. You guys can't even see that, right?
I can't.
Any suggestions for any deal sites for travel other than Groupon? So others that really focus aside from Groupon.
I didn't promoted any tourist daily deal website, but there is the Groupon got a deal now together with Expedia. So, as I said before, branding. I think you should stay on the branding and go with a good brand, the best brand that everybody knows. It's easier to sell like that.
I don't know. I don't totally know the answer to that. I know TravelZoo is into it. Who's Triple Alerts? Yeah. Okay. Anybody else out in the audience have an answer to that one? Anybody doing any travel stuff with daily deals? I can't believe that. Come on, there's got to be somebody doing it, or they're trying to hide it. They just want they want to be the only affiliate of this amazing travel daily deal site. Okay, Amazon local. Cool. I would have to go search through our backend and find out. Maybe I'll do that and post it later.
Perfect. Any questions from any of you?
Do you guys have any suggestions on what direction we should be headed?
I have a question. I don't have.
Go for your question. Let's do it.
Yeah, when you were showing the stats regarding the national deals or even the global deals, maybe you could address that and maybe give us some guidance into where you see that going over the next, say, 12 to 18 months. I mean, I know that Groupon has done it. Living Social did one, I think, for Amazon. But I'm just curious, what are the lessons learned, and what do you think we as affiliates might look for?
So Groupon just got into the product space maybe about a month ago, and it has been phenomenal. Our main focus is still going to be on local offers because that's our bread and butter, but we're supplementing that with products. Personally, for 2012, actually, that's my main focus, is to really grow that part of our business. I think the affiliate marketing channel is specifically suited for that because your audience is so global. So yeah, we'll be focused on that. I mean, we've already rearranged our commission structure so that we can afford to pay out on the products because it's a very different margin for us.
Yeah, we were talking earlier, and you were mentioning some pretty crazy products like liposuction and LASIK is a big one, and things like that. So, yeah, I think you're going to see those payouts climb. We're seeing on HasOffers. I did take a quick gander to see like what some of those payouts are looking like, and I mean we do see payouts reach up in over $100 on single actions, which is cool.
This question is for Groupon. Placing the affiliate links on my affiliate blog, will they be redirected to Groupon first for the offer, or will they go directly to the site, the customer site?
Oh, they get to, if you place an affiliate link on your site to a Groupon offer, it goes to the Groupon offer directly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get paid, like, is it one time, or is it for that person that you first brought in, or is it 30 days?
Yeah, so the question is, how, as an affiliate, how do you get paid? Do you get paid multiple times on a single customer? Or do you just get paid the first time that you bring them in? And that varies by program. So you'd probably have to check the return dates or cookie duration. With Groupon, if you refer a customer to us and they don't make a purchase on the first day, but they make several purchases within the next 30 days, you get credit for all of those purchases. Mm-hmm.
And if they're already in Groupon?
That still doesn't matter. You still drove them to our site. So we do have a difference between whether or not, if it's a new customer, there's definitely a higher percentage rev share that gets kicked back. But if it's an existing customer, we pay commission as well. Most sites, I believe, do that.
Yeah.
I know we touched on liposuction and a few others, but the question from the audience, what other categories are the hottest I don't know if Rafael, if you have any thoughts in terms of just, or anyone, but just what are the hot new categories that are doing well on daily deals?
Hot new categories for daily deals. Wow. For me, restaurants and food was always number one. So I'm trying to think on something new that will go perfect with that. And I believe something like ice creams and stuff like that, or maybe stuff that is not like, it is cheaper, but not like the whole meal or the whole restaurant event. Something to take your kids to your ice cream place, stuff like that. I don't see anything.
I think what's really exciting to me is the potential entry into the consumer product goods arena. So if you can imagine if General Mills just came out with a new flavor of Cheerios, actually, which they did, the Dulce de Leche one, you'd probably like that.
Ooh.
Like the idea that you could, using a daily deal site is a way to get people to try new products. So instead of sending out free trial coupons, I mean, there's so many different ways that you could bundle this new product with maybe a whole bunch of other products, offer a Groupon on it, or offer a deal on it. And I think there's just so much potential in that space, and I don't think any of us have really completely optimized that area yet.
I think we've seen, like with some of the people on HasOffers, activities being really big, and the deal sites love those because they're really high margins, because most people buy them and never actually do them, because everyone wants to do some kind of bungee jumping thing, but then they never actually do it. I've definitely seen that one go pretty big. But yeah, outside of the food, restaurant, spa is obviously huge. And then pole dancing classes. She said that was a big one.
Fitness does well on Groupon, and it is surprising how well pole
fitness.
dancing classes do.
Yeah.
Question over here.
Now deals are phenomenal. It's actually in Vegas if you want to try and give it a shot. So we have a separate Now API. It's not part of our regular API, so normally if it's something that you want to work with, just give us a call, let us know how you're going to do it, and we'll try and make sure that it has everything that you need. But yeah, so the question is like, what are in the Now deals? It's everything. So it's the idea is like, if you're standing in the middle of nowhere and you have nothing to do, what are your basic needs? Are you hungry? Are you bored? Are you tired? So yeah, it addresses all of those issues.
Is there one back? Go for it.
Okay, I have a question. Like when Groupon gets into a contract with the product, the manufacturer or whatever, and you try that product, and if it doesn't bring you that revenue, do you drop them, or it doesn't matter to you?
I think it varies by city. Yes, if a product does very well, or if any Groupon deal does well on our site, we will definitely work with the merchant to either reschedule it so that it goes out to potential customers that did not purchase it, that we think would be a good fit, or it might get slotted in a different city or a different market, or it actually might even turn into an affiliate exclusive. I think if it doesn't pan out, I think both sides would likely walk away.
Can you guys repeat the questions? We keep hearing them back.
Sure.
Sorry.
So I think the next one was texted. It was just, and I can answer this on behalf of the network, but is if someone clicks on my affiliate link but doesn't buy, then a week later clicks on someone else's affiliate link, who gets credit? So I know from Commission Junction we are on a last click wins in that scenario, but obviously there's a lot of other smaller daily deals. So I'd suggest just start talking to whatever provider that is and just figuring out what their logic based on their platform. Anything else to add from?
All of the sites on HasOffers are doing a last click model right now. So it's kind of the only cut and dry way of doing things right now, but there are definitely some new technologies coming up in the next 6 months. You'll see some of that start to change.
You know what, I'm going to add that what's really interesting about daily deals in particular is that it gives your consumers, your audience, a reason to continue renewing that cookie. Because if they come back to your site every day to see the deal, they're going to click through your link, and so their 30-day or whatnot, it's going to renew. What's interesting about Groupon and why it might be a good idea to work with us is when we send out an email, the email for every customer is going to be slightly different. We have maybe 10 to 15 deals running in a market, and certainly not all of those deals are getting featured in the email out there. So if you can actually show all of the Groupon deals that are running and hit the customer, at the right time, then you're just going to keep renewing your own cookie.
Yeah, and that's an interesting thing too, that these, especially Groupon in particular, has incredible writers that are just producing mad amounts of content that affiliates can use. So I mean, in terms of providing that insight to your customers and showing the users what they're getting and giving them all kinds of cool things to read about and ways to get excited about trips and vacations. I mean, they've got that kind of already ready for you.
Perfect. Another question that I know we had talked about when we were chatting earlier is just the international. I think it's interesting because I wasn't aware in terms of outside of the U.S. market exactly, the type of users, if internationally, if those markets, we talked about Japan and a few others, whether they're really engaged in the daily deal space. So the question from the audience is, what about European players? And I know, Rafael, you had some experience. Maybe you could kick that one off in terms of just what you've seen from different markets and how the landscape's evolving.
Okay. The European market, I think it's going so fast. Daily deals is a hit, especially in France and in Belgium. It's going so well. All the deals, I think it's converted better than any other place. Also in Japan. Japan was a big hit for Groupon. I don't know why it stopped, but I think it's coming back now. And those markets like France and Japan and Belgium focus on this one.
How do you handle translation differences?
I'm working with a company of translation. It's an Israeli company called onehourtranslation.com, and they can translate for you the ad that you want to do, the banner that you want to do, and you can also work on with Google Chrome and translate the page of Groupon and see what the deal is all about.
What do you say are the worst converting countries?
Worst converting countries? I think Argentina.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, for me.
Interesting.
We had a flurry of activity over here. I'm just trying to go through here. I think I skipped. This question for Caroline. The question was, how do you see the relationship between daily deal sites and cashback sites? So how do you see those two playing together?
I think loyalty and affinity sites are certainly an area to explore. One of the big ones that I love seeing explode now are working with affinity sites like Cartera is one example, where you can earn miles per purchase. The question is, how many new users is that going to bring in? I'm not sure, but in working with these travel sites, what's interesting to me is that you're going to, if we can get smart enough about marketing, where we're not just showing you, here's Groupon, click through to earn 5 miles per dollar. If we can show you, hey, we know that these are the regular places that you travel. Have you seen these deals? As soon as we can start getting smarter about that type of marketing, I think that's where our area of growth is.
All right, some of the other ones I think are more specific, and we'll hang out afterwards. There's maybe specific ones for the panelists we can definitely answer as we go. But any other live questions at all? Please.
I'm wondering, after we get the affiliates links, what is the best delivery methods that we should have in order to get this offers out to our prospects?
The question is, after you get the affiliate links, what's the best mechanism to get that out to the different audience?
I would say banners. Put banners above the fold, make the banners clickable. That's the best way. Make the people click on the banner, make them go to the Groupon site and see the deal. That's it.
Okay, I'm going to throw mobile in there just because I have to, and I love it. I mean, with the Groupon Now deals, when you pull it in from our API, we actually give you the latitude and longitude of the offer. So if you can imagine that text link is just forced. As soon as you walk by the front of Caesar's Palace, the text link just pops up on your phone that says, hey, go to Serendipity and get 50% off of the frozen hot chocolate. I mean, that's pretty compelling. So that'd be a fun way to. I think it's fun. I don't know if it's quite there yet, but I think it's definitely a fun area to explore. Sorry?
Very targeted.
Very targeted.
Well, and I think one of the things like Rafael HasOffers for, and what's awesome about daily deals is you can show these banners in the right language and the deal that makes sense to the right person. So definitely utilize geolocation services. Some of these daily deal sites already have geolocation things that they're doing. Most of them, at least on click, they're doing something. But definitely make sure that you're showing users exactly what makes sense for them.
I want to add to that most of the affiliate networks that I work with, so the geolocation wasn't so good. So something like 10 to 20% of the traffic wasn't coming to the right offer. So when you're using your own tracking system and your own ad serving, you can make sure that the user from France will go to to Groupon France, and the user from the US, if you want to send him to Living Social in the US, will go to the Living Social or to Groupon or any other site. But you'll get this extra 10 to 20% conversions, and it's a lot of money if you're doing big volume.
Great question just came through as well. It's the opinion that you guys have in terms of just coupon sites integrating daily deals. As I opened it, at least from Commission Junction, we've seen it where originally, about a year and a half ago, it was that big threat. They're gonna, it's going to be taken over. It's going to take over that audience. And like I said, we've seen a ton through Groupon and some other partners of just really seeing that monetized. So, any opinions of how to get that win-win with some coupon and deal sites?
Oh, certainly coupon and deal sites are fantastic in that you've got a lot of people who might make spontaneous purchases. And I think what all these daily deal sites do is they just add that element of hyper-local to your site. So if you have a site where people go and they look for coupons, well, now you can actually show them not just coupons for products, but deals on events and restaurants and activities based on their actual location. So I think it really just expands our inventory. I don't think it detracts.
I think it also hits a really different kind of target audience. You look at who the target audience is for like 90% of the people that get coupons off of coupons.com, for example. It's a very niche group of people that are somewhat psychotic sometimes about coupons. They just collect, and just buy. They're all about the bulk deals, getting 30 gallons of milk and all these sorts of crazy things, Whereas, the daily deal oriented stuff and Groupon Now and all of these things that are really relevant to something everybody wants, to go to a nice restaurant or whatever. It kind of opens up the coupon market completely.
Another question come through is the type of conversion rates do we see from, or do you guys see from email affiliates? So I'm not sure how much. And Rafael, I don't think you did too much with email, but
I did only in this place, so I can't add to this one.
Gotcha. Anyone else have any perspective on email at all?
I didn't break out conversion rate on email, but it was included in the conversion rates that I ran. So 5 to 7%.
I'd say probably about the same,
Yeah.
Perfect. Time for maybe one or two more questions. Any other questions at all?
How do you get the deals to the mobile again?
This question: how do you get the deals to mobile sites?
Mobile sites. Are they through apps?
I guess there's a couple of ways you could do it. Yeah, if you build your own app and then just pull in APIs from different daily deal vendors, yeah, you could totally do that. I guess other ways to utilize mobile is if you send out emails to a mobile phone. Oh, you know what? Here's a great one. So this one company that we worked with takes advantage of the idle screen on your phone. So the idle screen is when your phone actually just shows black. What happened was in the morning, a pop-up would show that shows you what the weather is, what the latest sports score is, whatnot. In the afternoon, right around lunchtime, it would pop up with a deal that was around you where you could go and get lunch. In the evening, it would show you gas prices, and it was sort of intermix deal offerings with actual critical information. So I thought that was really smart.
So yeah, you can promote in-app to in-app. So if you have your own app, so also mobile web to in-app. So that works very well. If you have mobile websites or any kind of mobile properties or pushing any kind of mobile traffic of any kind, and then of course email. on mobile devices is really handy. People are checking that. Also, I have seen some SMS promotion. So people are buying SMS advertising and then backing it out to daily deals offers. So
I think on some website that we advertised, we saw that something like 15% of the traffic, and we advertised only on regular web, 50% of the traffic came from mobile devices. And the good thing about all the daily deals that it converts also on mobile devices. The regular daily deal websites convert on mobile devices, if it's CPL or also revenue share.
You know what's interesting too, if you're targeting mobile and you're working with daily deals, you're actually getting the consumer when they're on their phone, not when they're on their computer. So if they're on their phone, they're more likely than not actually in the location where they're going to take advantage of that deal. Potentially higher conversion.
Gentlemen, a question over here?
I had a question. Do you go to get these deals, or do these companies come to you and say, promote our product, like Groupon?
So the question is, do we actually source deals, or do companies come to us? And it really goes both ways. What we're leaning towards in the affiliate in the affiliate side of things is we're actually open to, if the publisher is big enough, to actually source deals specifically for that publisher to source exclusives.
Perfect. I think another question came through similar to you mentioned earlier, but maybe to close out for all of you is the question is, what do you feel would be the biggest change this year, 2012, within the daily deal space, and how can affiliates best adjust? So, we touched on it a little bit in terms of margin and smartphone adoption, but anything else in closing that you think to look out for?
I think about mobile. I think mobile will go big, and it's already started. It's small, but it will go big because smartphones are everywhere, and all the advertisers are just now trying to advertise. There is a big opportunity in the prices of the mobile advertisement, and I think also technology will allow us very soon in the near future to promote special deal as affiliates. Based on a specific mall that the user is at, or a specific street, there is a crazy deal on that street, some restaurant. This is where I think the daily deals is going to.
I think I'm going to add on to that and say not only mobile, but also personalization. So imagine if you are a mobile app, and let's just use Foursquare as an example, and you see that the consumer has consistently checked into Mexican restaurants. You can actually deliver like a Mexican restaurant deal specifically to them, not only based on their geography, but based on what their actual activities and behavior was. And I think that's just going to be so fascinating when we can get to that level.
I think you're going to see tons of integrations like that. I think you're going to also see it happening within Facebook games, ways to find deals. They see that you're interested in certain things in Farmville, and then it's very easy to say, well, you need to
go get a steak.
Yeah, you need to go get a steak or whatever. So yeah, I think that's going to be crazy. I think the tracking is just going to get tighter. It's just going to get better. We're going to get better at serving people what they're really looking for. Affiliates are going to get more sophisticated. They're going to be building completely new experiences on the mobile web than what we have today. Mobile advertising is a baby right now, and no one really knows how to make it convert the best. We are seeing that conversion rates are pretty high, and that user intent is usually high once someone does click on a link, but getting them to click and pushing up those CTRs is something that's just brand new. So I think, in the coming year, you're going to see really innovative ways to get people to click those links. Before, there was a lot of incentivized clicking. All the big ad networks, that's what they're doing. You see the Tapjoy incentivized clicking. And I think that you're going to see that really expand. You're going to see these affiliates get really smart about it. You're going to see advertisers working more closely with publishers directly through daily deal sites as well.
I want to add to that I want to give some tips to affiliates who want to do mobile. Mobile is a different game. You need a larger budget. I would say even $10,000 for just buying, for starting the campaigns, and you need to get as much as information as you can, which devices, which landing pages, which banners, and only then you can see which combination of all those parameters will give you the best ROI that you need to focus on.
Perfect. Well, I know there were definitely some specific questions for the panelists, and we'll definitely stick around after, but I know there's a lot of choices today, so I thank everyone for their time, and thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.